Hello everyone and welcome. It's Shanna. So glad you're here today. Now today we're making a flip fold card. So I've scored it at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8, and I'm giving the score just an extra little press with my bone folder. I'm going to bring in a panel that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I'm going to show 1/8 of an inch of black around there. So tonight we're playing with craft roulette, and our parameters are a flip fold card. Our colors are Main Street, our element is walk, and our random is heart. Now I'm just going to bring in this stencil, this cloud stencil, and I've got my panel that I've cut down, and I'm going to do some ink blending on here. Now I've got these Gina K magic masking strips that I'm going to use to just secure my stencil. I really don't need to use these masking magic strips. I could just use some simple pink pixie tape, but since I had the strips and I hadn't tried them out, I thought I'd just open them up and just grab a piece, tear them in half, and then just tape the stencil down on my sticky mat there so that I can hold my stencil in place. So I've got this Destruct Oxide ink. There are two of them. I've got Stormy Sky here, and I'm going to use it to ink blend my sky. And I'm just going to go kind of heavy on this so that we'll have some definition on the top of our panel, and then I'll come back in after we get done and we'll go a little bit lighter, and that will create our little sky scene. Now I pulled my stencil off and I don't like how that little white edge was on there, so I'm just taking that blending brush and I'm blending back over where that little edge is and filling it in with some more color, and I'm kind of lining up those masking mat kind of where the cloud leaves off so that I can blend it in and try to make it look more cohesive. And I'm going to just keep blending on that until I get it how I want it, and then I'll pull it off and I'll do a light blend over the rest of the sky area. Actually later, I think I'm going to do my cobblestone first, and then I'll come back in and do some more blending. So this is a Gina K cobblestone stencil, and I'm just going to use this for my Main Street, kind of like old Main Street when you had old cobblestones that you walked on, and I'm going to call this my old Main Street colors. And I'm going to use that Distressed Oxide Pumice stone, and I'm just going to grab the gray blending brush and just get to work on my cobblestones. And I think this makes a nice little path for our scene. And I was inspired by Daniel's card that he made on Craft Roulette, and I wanted to use my Colorado Craft Company stamp set that was similar to the one that he used and create a scene similarly. Now he had buildings and all that. I'm not going to have buildings, and mine's not going to be as intense as his is. He did quite a bit more, I guess, drawing and coloring in, and I'm using the stencils just to kind of create my scene. But now I'm just going to lightly bring that blue back in, and I'm going to cover this white and just create a real nice little blend on there, just so we don't have that stark white showing through. And then that will bring my panel together, and I'll be ready for my scene. So I'm just going to get my card off there, put my little silicone mat away. I'm going to grab my Misty and I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to lay this card panel down on my Misty, and I'm going to bring in my Amazing Mom stamp set from Colorado Craft Company. And I'm just going to get my little stamp laid down on there, and it won't completely fit on this panel, and I knew that it wouldn't, but that's okay. It'll be just fine. And I'm just going to get it lined up how I want it with my little mama mouse and the babies walking on the cobblestone. They're taking their walk. And I'm going to use my Memento black ink and just get this inked up, and then we'll get it stamped. Now I got a little one in the background when I'm doing this voiceover, so if you hear some sounds, It's my little soon-to-be 3-year-old grandson, and he is playing nicely. So I'm just going to leave him be and continue to make this voiceover. So that's stamped up beautifully, and now I'm ready to color it. I'm just going to bring in some of my alcohol markers, and I'm just going to get to coloring on this, and I think it'll come together nicely. Okay, so that finishes up our coloring, and you can see I've got the little heart on my little baby buggy, and that will cover that element. And then I've got this black panel, and I'm just going to bring in my glue press, and I'm going to glue my scene down on that black panel, and we'll have just 1/8 of an inch showing all the way, framing that scene all the way around it. And so I'll just get that laid down on there. Just trying to get it lined up nice and straight. And then we'll get this laid down on our card base. And I think that looks really nice. So I'm just going to try and get a real nice edge on there. And I'm just going to put my glue right there on my card base. And that way I won't get it on more of the panel than what is necessary. And I'm trying to use my magnets just to hold that down so I can get my panel on there. And it kind of works, and then I move it out of the way as I need to. And that lays down on there real nice. So there we go. We've got our panel laid on our card base. Now I don't like that stark contrast of the white right behind there, so I'm going to grab a piece of my Cloudy Sky cardstock from Spellbinders, and I'm just going to lay it down there just to add some interest on the inside. And we'll just get that laid down there nice. Trying to get it lined up. Sometimes it's hard on camera because you got to get it right under your face so you can see it. And I like that. And then I thought I need a sentiment, so I'm going to take just this very simple Happy Mother's Day sentiment, and I'm going to get my Misty, and I'm going to bring it in and just stamp it out on just some white card scrap that I have available. So I'll just grab it and get it laid down on there. And I'm kind of low on the camera there. I apologize for that. And then we'll get it stamped down. I'm just going to bring in the memento and stamp it down. And you can see, barely see what I'm doing there. But it's stamped nicely, and I'm just going to get it. And I'm going to put it on the front somewhere. And I decided I'm going to use a banner die and just banner cut that out just to kind of make it a little bit smaller and a little bit cleaner. And I thought I'm just going to glue it directly down on that panel rather than pop it up. And so I'm just going to Slide that over there and get that laid down, and that's going to be our Happy Mother's Day. And I've decided I'm going to add some white so that I'll have a good clean area for my message. And I thought that was kind of a nice panel that I would use there. And there we go. So that takes care of our card. We've met all of our elements. I think it turned out great. I'm really pleased with it. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye now.